Witnessing an amazing event, which is the Suez Canal exhibition, which is all about the Egyptian hardships that people faced throughout time trying to build the Suez Canal. It's all about the Suez Canal achievements, especially the one that we had here in 2015. For this reason, the artists have decided to be patriots and nationalistic about their work and created these nice pieces of plastic art. Let's go take a look at the exhibition. We're joined right now by Mr. Ahmed Bayoumi, a plastic artist who took part in today's exhibition about the Suez Canal. He's going to talk to us a bit about the exhibition and about his work. Sir, could you tell us a bit about your work here in the exhibition?
My work here, I exhibit one piece of paint. It's oil on canvas. It's about 80 to 120 centimeter. I did use two art school in this painting, realism and impressionism. The concept of this painting was mainly about the Egyptian army, the great Egyptian army. Back in 1973, we made the first cross to Suez Canal. And now we are making making the new Suez Canal. We made the second cross to Suez Canal. So this was my main concept, pointing at the Egyptian army, the Egyptian soldier, regarding to his face. The way he looked, how he got this all the force and the strong will to do such a great job in no time. So the main hero here in my painting and in my opinion in this second Suez Canal is the Egyptian army and the Egyptian soldier and the will of the Egyptian soldier. In my opinion, it's really, this event came a little bit late, but at the end he made the event, which is very important. We tried to make this event to be at the same time of the opening of the Suez Canal, but I don't know why he made it this late, after 1 or 2 months after the opening. But for me, and I think as an Egyptian artist, I think it's we should not let this event pass so easy without this event. So at the end, it's already happened, and for us as an Egyptian artist, all Egyptian artists are interested. We would always like to not leave any important event, and such an event is very important for us. We have to put our feelings in our painting. We have to because we don't have you don't have two Suez Canal in a lifetime. So for the general audience, I think it's we have to share these feelings with them. We have to show them for the local audience and for the the world audience. They must show this kind of how we feel regarding this event, and a kind of connecting to the other world with regarding to our art.
Well, I mean, obviously this exhibition involves a lot of different artists, and I'm sure you've met with several of them. What kind of growth do you think you'd get from an exhibition like this, where you see other people's work and how they think and so forth?
Actually, all these artists are my friends, and we all are in the same basket all the time in many general exhibitions, and even we are all together in whenever any of us made a special exhibition. But the very important point, one of the most important points, is the experiment of each artist. We all, you know, if we cannot live, any artist cannot live alone in his island with his painting, his thoughts, and his feelings. But in a general event like this exhibition, all the artists get the experiment, and for each artist you find a lot of techniques, lots of schools, so you get the whole experiment one shot.
الحقيقة احنا كنا مجموعة من الفنانين التشكيليين ما يقرب من 40 فنان أو 40 فنانا قمنا بزيارة إلى قناة السويس.
This project I consider the dawn of Egypt and the world. The Suez Canal is a major global transportation artery. This is a pure Egyptian achievement, financed and dug by Egyptians. If the diggers and engineers of the canal have created a mega achievement, visual artists have contributed to the cultural aspect. So we are partners in such an endeavor. My painting is in the abstract form. It is symbolic. It symbolizes Egypt and its glory as the beacon of civilization. So I depicted Egypt as a woman in the center of the painting, standing proud with a variety of symbols reflecting its cultural heritage and commemorating such a great achievement. An endeavor which was accomplished despite the challenges and chaos surrounding us regionally. But all the Egyptians united together to conquer the hardships and accomplish the impossible.
شاركت بثلاث أعمال تمثال اسمه النصر.
I have 3 sculptures exhibited here. A statue called Victory representing a man wearing a medal with an eagle behind him. The second statue is out of wood for a farmer sleeping on a boat to represent the farmers who dug the canal, who were martyred while crossing the Suez Canal, who crossed the Barley line, who cultivated the land for the welfare of Egypt.
طبعا دي مناسبة قومية كبيرة جدا، وهي دي فرحة مصر.
This is a national occasion, the result of Egypt's revolution. It is a joyful moment, a revolution of achievement. For me, making art pieces representing and about the Suez Canal is as if I'm digging the canal with its workers. Visual artists should document the major events of their nation. I painted a large mural depicting the various steps of the digging of the Suez Canal, with children surrounding President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and Mamish, with all the Egyptians parading around them. A huge festivity portrayed on a 3-meter mural. Now it is owned by the Ministry of Culture. Also, I have 4 large murals exhibited here. This is an inspiring event. I have visited the canal. I have seen the perseverance and determination of those who worked on it. To dig the canal in only a year is a miraculous task, like the work of Abu Zaid al-Hilali and the Shatir Hassan. This is our first step, and our president has fulfilled his pledge to dig the canal in a year. This is an inspirational endeavor for generations to come.
I have 2 paintings. The whole of the hoop, and linked by the old Egypt and the new Egypt. Have a new Egypt and the hope and the exception of the world and Canal Suisse in the world, a new world, inshallah.
I'm trying to express the hope that will come from the new Suez Canal, and that will reflect to all Egyptian. But we try to focus about the hard work we need to do to fill this new hope.
It's time to learn more about the independent cinema through the eyes and works of director Fouad الشربيني.
كان الموضوع بالنسبة لي صعب شوية عشان كنت أول مرة أقف قدام الكاميرا وطبعا
It was the first time for me to act. I was scared of the camera, but Fuad, the film's director, comforted me. He taught me all about acting and how to perform in front of the camera. I also learned how to concentrate and stay focused on the character I'm performing. It was a rewarding experience, especially that I was performing among my friends. The film is about a group of irresponsible youth. I'm one of that group, who fall in trouble because of their wrongdoings. I had to practice and rehearse a lot to master my character. It was hard, but with practice I mastered it. I read the script, memorized lines, I even stood in front of the mirror to practice my reactions.
ايه يلا عامل ايه؟ ايه اللي حصل؟
هو ممكن نروح الصبح لو تعبان من السما والارض بس منه يعني ما عملش نقطة صغيرة.
فكك يا عم، احنا كل اللي عملناه ان احنا رحنا ننام ولعنا عشان خاطر المحل بتاعت الجزء ما بانش. ولا كنت عايز نلبس في الحيط يعني؟
فيلم 13 كنت بلعب فيه دور شاب كده متعود يبهدل الدنيا ويلخبط.
I performed the role of the Joker. I was the one who played tricks on his friends. The film is about a group of friends who travel together, and on that trip many mischiefs take place. These mischiefs change their life events forever. Although years pass, yet the trip events totally changes their lives, and the events repeats itself. I'm a comedian by nature. It was fun for me. I improvised a lot. It is more natural. The film required a lot of work as it depended on the movements of the actors and their reactions, as well as the dialogue. Some of the actors were beginners. Fuad had to work on their acting skills, but it all ended well. This was not my first acting experience. I'm a professional actor. I have acted in Sheikh Al Arab Hammam TV series starring Yahya Al Fakhrani and directed by Dr. Hosni Saleh, written by Abd Al Menaim Kamal. I performed the role of Zarzour. Then I acted in the film Al Markib and the TV series Wadi Al Muluk.
بس انت ما قلتليش انت ايه اللي جابك؟
بكلمك كتير ما بتردش عليا على الموبايل وبقالك فترة ما بتروحش الجامعة، جيت اطمنت عليكي يعني.
طب انت اخبارك ايه؟ احكي لي كده بتعملي ايه في الفترة اللي فاتت؟
مفيش، بصحى متأخر، بقعد قدام الكمبيوتر كتير الأيام دي.
عارف ان انا بقيت رايح عشان مطلوب. بص انا هطلع رايح ممكن يوم ماليش دعوة.
Galel El-Misiri is a celebrity Egyptian photographer who concentrates in his work on the human aspect. In this exhibition, Felucca, the sailing boat, is concentrating not only on the sailing boats but on the fishermen as well. And 2 years ago he met with visual artist Samah Imam and they worked together. She took his photographs and she put them on canvas. Now let's look at their exhibition. Joining me now is celebrity photographer Dr. Galel El-Misiri. Dr. Galel, the reason behind choosing an exhibition for feluccas, that the felucca is the main topic in it.
Yeah, I start photography from over 10 years, and I found that during these years I visit a lot of governorates, and most of them there is a river or sea. So there is a felucca, and I think felucca is kind of getting money, either by fishing or by let the guy walk with it. So I found that there is a lot of felucca pictures I have. Then from 2 years I met with Samah Imam, and I told her that instead of making just a photography exhibition for felucca, why we didn't make something different. So from that time, or from this idea, we this exhibition.
Now, when you decided to do or choose the photographs, did you sit together and both of you chose the photographs so that she can paint, or what did you do? How did you work together?
Yeah, I sent to her many times, maybe 5 times. I sent her some photos, and she mentioned, no, I need more. So I sent totally maybe over 60 pictures about felucca. Then they agreed. She agreed about 15 photos, and then she started working on it, and this is the result.
Now, the work itself, the photographs, you mentioned that you've been photographing for a long time now. So are they the result of a year or two, or actually this is part of your long-time achievements as a photographer?
On this exhibition, you'll find some photo taken on 2007 and some photo taken this year. So it's a different vision, different places, different feluccas.
Now, what do you concentrate on when you're taking a snapshot?
For me, simplicity, show where is this felucca, what's around it. Maybe in some photo you will see some figures for some person, like here, this is Sheikh al-Sayadin. In some places, some children play inside the felucca. So I intend to make a different vision for the felucca. It's not just a wooden part on the sea.
Now, are you happy with the results of the paintings? Do you feel that they reflect your photographs?
For me, yes. She did what she think. It's her vision. So I did not talk with her about her result at all. Everyone do whatever he wants, and I think it's a good result.
Now, how do you perceive the photography movement in Egypt right now?
Especially after the revolution, there is thousands of photographers around. But the problem is that most of them just taking pictures without learning, and this is not good. So I keep telling the photographers to take a lesson, be qualified, then take the pictures, and we're sure that this picture will be excellent.
difference in the news photography than the regular photography or the artistic photography like the ones you're doing?
On the past, yes. The news photography concentrate on reflect the news, the event on the street. But now there is excellent news photography, taking the pictures as a news and as art also. And this is good.
Other than the felucca and the sailors, what are other topics that capture your attention and make you take a photograph of?
Normally, I taking the camera and looking for the beauty anywhere. But lately, I focusing on the street shots, especially on the old Cairo and Arabian horses. So you'll find a lot of pictures for me lately about life on old Cairo. It's hard to take picture for it, but you must learn its behaviors, and I am very lucky that I have one of the excellent photographers for the horses as my teacher, which is Mr. Dr. Nasr Mar'i. So I keep learning from him every day about how to take good picture for the Arabian horses.
Now, do you have other projects coming ahead?
No, I'll take some rest on the exhibition, but now I concentrate on teaching photography, making lectures and workshop, and become a judge on photography.
Now, as a judge, is there a particular picture which you've seen and you really like that you can still remember till now?
I have, besides of course on excellent photographers in Egypt, I consider Steve McCary is one of my leads, and I keep learning from his photo, especially the photos that contain more than one story on one photo, and this is very hard to take.
Now, when you teach your students, what's the major or the most important advice that you give them?
Simplicity, and you must look around. Not the result is not the number of pictures. The result is how many pictures is good. Try to take a picture for stories, for a good moment, for a nice moment, and this is what we're looking now, because there is millions taking pictures every second.
Well, this brings us to the end of this episode of Cultural Magazine, but stay tuned for more on Nile TV.